gets the call after Sean Burke played the last two, John.
Has a fine 24 wins on the season, but the last two starts for Terrari here at Madison Square Garden, he's been pulled in both those games, February 13th and February 24th.
And here is Mr. Almost Everything for the Rangers this year with the awards. Back in goal for the third straight game.
1 win, 1 loss. Lifetime against the Devils, his third consecutive start, coming off a fine win over the Islanders.
Don Koharski, the referee tonight. Kevin Collins and Pat Capuzzo are the linesmen. And we saw the Ranger fan club handing out awards to the Rangers. I want to thank the Rangers fan club. Their last meeting, they gave me an honorary lifetime membership, and I appreciate that.
Well, you've been their chauffeur for 4 years. That's about time. Congratulations, Sam, and the Rangers fan club do a nice job.
Man, it's been a real good year for them.
Rangers, the last number of games they've been involved with, Sam, all important games, they've had some of the bigger and better names as far as referees go, work their games. Van Helleman twice, Don Koharski a couple of times.
Jansen, King, and Hull start for the Rangers with Moeller and Hardy. Kirk Muller with Patrick Sundstrom and Claude Lemieux. Muller trying to center. Muller number 9, Sundstrom number 17, Lemieux number 22, Driver, and Weinrich. And this is Jansen's moving down. Jansen pulls up in center, blocked by Driver. It's Dano Seeger, not Sundstrom on the ice.
That line that killed the Rangers in that 5-2 New Jersey win, Muller, Lemieux, and Seeger had a great night in that game.
Gartner moving in. Gartner, a quick shot to Larry, the save that dropped away from him. Gartner trying to take it away from Claude Lemieux. Nichols, Gartner, and Millette on the ice for the Rangers with Leach and Shaw. Leach drives it back in. Danico and Albalene have come on defense for the Devils. Nichols has the puck. Centers, intercepted by David Maley. Maley, number 8, on with Peter Stosny, number 26. Claude Lemieux going for a change. Gartner hounding Maley. The puck is loose. Gartner bumps with Maley, and David Shaw takes over. Able to clear the zone. Albalene going back for it. Terrari steers it aside. And out to Doug Brown in center. Brown has come on with Stosny and Maley. Rangers have Broughton on. Doug Brown against Jeff Bloomberg. And a whistle for a two-line pass. Whistled against the Devils, who played a minute 37 seconds. Jeff Bloomberg, who had a fine season, and the coaching staff very happy with the way he played the other night. Mike Gartner back after suffering the lung contusion the other night.
Here we see Gartner during his first shift showed speed with a fake slap shot, moved to the outside, and there was a quick, tricky shot. Chris Terrari did make the save as it squirted wide. A good first shift for Mike Gartner. And Sam, he spent the night in the hospital after the game the other night, got up in the morning, thought he was all right, took his children to school, had some new x-rays, and everything seemed to be okay. So he practiced, and here he is reporting to work.
Then he got hit with a shot in the chest, and then when he was pulled down hard by McBean, landed hard on his back, got up and started coughing up blood. And he was very frightened as the blood started rushing into the lungs, and he immediately was taken to the hospital. And then he said a little while later it stopped, and he was fine. Rangers now have Turcotte on, try to push it across to Broughton.
Rangers matchup so far, they have Erickson on the ice now opposite McLean. Earlier they had Chris King opposite Claude Lemieux. So we may see that matchup as this game moves along. Chris King will try and agitate Lemieux, and Erickson will try and stop McLean.
Shanahan, backhander save. Richter cleared aside by Moeller. Line of Sundstrom, Shanahan, and McLean for the Devils. Turcotte, Broughton, and Erickson for the Rangers. Turcotte leads Erickson. Erickson moves in against Kasatonov, number 7. Kasatonov ties him up. Worked free by Sundstrom. It's knocked away by Mullen, picked up by Fetisov. And into the Rangers zone. Bloomberg takes it, looks around, moves it around the boards. Good play by the Devils. Jamie Huscroft goes for it. Pat Conacher works it free to Huscroft. Rangers try to clear the zone, and they do. Here's Ogrodnik trying to split the defense. He's tied up by Weinrich and Driver. Corey Millen gets to the puck, knocked away. Centered by Mullen for Ogrodnik off his stick and cleared out. by Jamie Huscroft.
Joe Cirella moving over and playing left defense in this game.
Here's the steal by Conacher. He moves in. Saved by Richter. A big one. Mullen picks up the puck and comes out. Mullen sliding it down the boards. There's two longtime antagonists, Ty Domi and Troy Crowder. Neither player in the lineup for their respective teams tonight. 16-17 to go.
Mike Richter has had 2 shots so far. Here's the second one. Joe Cirella tries to clear the puck out and can't get it done. Pat Conacher moves in and tries to put the puck through the legs of Richter.
Weinrich gets ahead, played in by Doug Brown. Shaw tied up by Maley. Stasi takes the puck, drops it back for Maley. Brown is open, tipped it wide. Brown got free of his check. He continues to work hard against Millette. Bodies go down. In front was Maley, now penalty call.
And Stasi was pulled down in front. Sam Brown worked to get away from Troy Millette. Then got the scoring chance, missed. Millette then took the body. As that happened, David Shaw got shot in front. First penalty.
Power play for the Devils. David Shaw called for holding at 6:50. Devils power play has been struggling of late.
5 for 39 over the last 10 games. Sam, as far as the Patrick Division teams go, number 1 is the Rangers, 2 Pittsburgh, 3 Philadelphia, 4 Washington, 5 the New Jersey Devils, and 6 the Islanders. Those are the teams in the Patrick Division as far as their rankings go on the power play.
Devils power play is 11th overall. They've scored 64 power play goals. Fetisov moving with the puck. Fetisov and Driver at the points. Sundstrom, Shanahan, and McLean up front. Rangers with Moeller and Hardy. Turcotte and Jansen. Sundstrom controlling. Pass across, batted out of the zone by Turcotte. Knocked away from Jansen by Sundstrom. And the Devils regroup in center ice. 30 seconds gone by and Shaw's penalty. 12:35 to go in the first, no score.
Jansen went off the ice time after the draw. And Erickson now working with Turcotte.
Good play by Driver to keep it in the zone as he knocked it down out of midair. Sundstrom. With Fetisov across the Driver with room. He shoots. Richter the save, no rebound.
John McLean now bumps with Randy Moeller. McLean likes to move over to the far side, to the Rangers goalie's right side on the power play. And he had his stick up in the air and ready for the puck to come anywhere around him, and all he had to do was take the shooting motion. He's a smart player. He's a fine goal scorer. He leads his team with 19 power play goals. Look at McLean. See him there with his stick up in the air? He's waiting for a pass of any sort. He doesn't get it, so now he drives to the net along with Shanahan and Sundstrom looking for a rebound. And thus far, Mike Richter, who has had 5 shots, he has looked extremely sharp, especially with his ability to handle a puck around the goal. He has not let any rebounds loose. The Rangers have had just the 1 shot thus far, and we're nearly 8 minutes in, and that was a shot by Gartner early.
His 8th season in the NHL and his 3rd straight over the 40-goal mark, as he has developed into one of the premier goal scorers in the NHL.
The Devils had a strong road game in Montreal, Sam. In that 3rd period, the Devils gave up 1 shot on goal over the first 9 minutes. And they look to be strong here again. Their teams appear to be playing smart hockey.
Seeger with the puck, back pass, shot by Albeline, save Richter, loose puck, knocked away from Seeger by Richter. Weinrich at the right point, beats Albeline. Tommy Albeline with a shot deflected wide. Lemieux, Muller, and Seeger up front. Muller goes back to the point, Albeline to Weinrich. Cross ice, shot by Lemieux, he scores!
What a play, what a play. And Muller paid for it as he stood in front in the slot and got nailed. Sam, when you can hit the net with this accuracy from this spot, it's a great play. Now Lemieux's a right-handed shot, so that improves his shooting angle. See Lemieux down at the bottom? He'll take this pass, and look at this shot. One motion, and Richter just can't get across. In front on the ice is Muller. He got nailed. Lemieux waits over there. Muller helps keep the play alive, and now you'll see the nice pass across from Weinrich, and watch this shot. Actually, Richter got a piece of that. Grazed Richter's right arm on the way in, and the Devils have the lead.
30th goal of the season for Claude Lemieux. Second time in his NHL career. He's reached the 30-goal mark. His career high 31 in 1987-88 with Montreal. And a fine comeback year for Claude Lemieux, who played only 39 games last season, filled with injuries, and had only 8 goals. And this is 75th game and goal number 30. Devils a 1-0 lead. 11:20 to go in the first period. Rangers offside whistle. 2-line pass. Lemieux with his 30th from Weinrich and Albeline at 8:08.
And so far, the Devils haven't taken a penalty. That's something new for their team playing here in Madison Square Garden. Penalties have hurt them in the past, and obviously, under Tommy McVie, they've been more disciplined. Sam, they've been more disciplined. They've taken fewer bad penalties and come back to win 3 times after trailing in a game. They came back to beat Toronto, the Rangers, and Pittsburgh. And that's something they had not done very much of earlier in the season.
They really have had only one bad game.
Hartford.
The game in Hartford. That was Tommy McVie took over.
It was the day after the Ranger game, so there was an obvious mental letdown.
Word from the Rangers locker room, Jody Hull was cut. And he is in the Rangers locker room. Cut over the right eye. Stastny moving down. Shaw is back. Doug Brown coming down the middle. Stastny shoots. Richter the save, and he's got the puck between the pads.
Another fine save by Mike Richter. The Devils broke up the play in their own zone and had quick transition, defense to offense, and had the 2-on-1 going the other way. This is the Rangers moving in to the zone. It's broken up, and then boom, away go the Devils on the offense. The 2-on-1, and Stastny waits with a left-handed shot, Sam. He cuts to the middle, used the defenseman Shaw as a screen, and that was a heck of a save by Richter.
Stopped by Richter. Bloomberg gave it away. Huscroft with a back pass. Albeline tried to get it toward the net. Mullen blocked it and able to get it to Ogrodnik. Terreri leaves it. Albeline dropping it back to Danico. Out for Jamie Huscroft. He got a stick on it. Laurie Boschman tied up by Mullen. Boschman goes down. Huscroft plays it into the Ranger zone. Past the midway point of the first period, we're going to talk about the shots.
8-2 in favor of the Devils, including a couple on that power play. But the Devils have not allowed the Rangers, aside from Mike Gartner's angle shot, a clean shot at Terreri so far. So what we've seen so far, Sam, for half a period, the Devils have been the better defensive team and the better offensive team.
That puck was touched with a stick above the shoulder, ringing the whistle. 9:33 to go in the first period. Devils on a power play goal by Claude Lemieux lead it.
How about this one? The last day of the season, Sunday, March 31st, Los Angeles plays in Calgary. Could be for first place. A scheduled afternoon game in Calgary. Calgary has told Los Angeles they want that game now to be played at night. Why? I don't know. Los Angeles says no, because our television company, Prime Ticket, would not be able to televise it because we have programming for that night. So, there's a little conflict brewing between Calgary and Los Angeles.
Well, maybe LA will play it in the afternoon and Calgary will play at night and see who wins.
Oh, my. I'm touching that one. I know one thing. Calgary will take about 8 penalties.
Shaw will work it out of the zone. 6:55 to go in the first. 1-0 Devils. Leach couldn't clear. McLean shot deflected into the corner. Sundstrom. Around it goes. Gartner reaches in to get it. Turns the zone. Erickson for Turcotte. Danico is there. Takes Turcotte out of the play, and Albeline takes the puck. Now Gartner double shifting on with Turcotte and Erickson. John McLean winds up, shooting wide. Around the boards it goes. Maley is there, plays it to Sundstrom. And Sundstrom just knocked down Gartner. Gartner went to check him. Shot by Maley, deflects wide.
Jody Holland's not returned, I don't think, Sam, from that cut eye, or cut around the eye, and that's why we see the lines juggle a little bit on the right side.
Loose puck. Sundstrom's got it. Leach on him. Good check. Rolling puck behind the net. Shaw roughing up Brown. Double teams with Gartner. Centering pass comes past Brown. Kept in by Kasatonov. He turns, flips toward the net. Blocked by Leach. Leach picks it up off the boards. Shaw is wrapped up with Sundstrom. Koharski letting his play go on. Gartner by himself. The team's changed. Gartner finds an open man off the stick of Corey Millen. And Fetisov fires out. Stosny to Doug Brown. Mullen. Good checking by the Devils. And a penalty call. Conacher took down Mullen on the far side.
Pat Conacher waiting in the neutral zone. There you see his left arm come loose, going down Brian Mullen.
Leach and Bloomberg, Millen, Mullen, and O'Grodnik for the power play. Bloomberg slowed down by Muller. We have Millen, Mullen, and Muller on the ice. And if Muller gets on, I'm in trouble. Mullen's got the puck. Long shot driven off the corner boards. Terreri picks it up. And Leach couldn't keep it in the zone. Maley and Boschman have come on for the Devils. Moeller. Off the end boards. Terreri stops it for Driver around the boards and all the way down it goes.
David Shaw on the Rangers bench having a massage behind his left shoulder. That seems to be irritating him. Sam, when you play as many divisional games as the Rangers have, 9 of their last 12 against divisional teams, you get injuries.
Nichols shot off the stick of Terreri, way up into the air, batted away by Danico. Played by Gartner. He fakes, leaves it for Leach. Leach shoots, hit, up into the crowd. Doug Brown got out there to deflect the shot. 4:08 to go in the first period. Devils lead 1-0. Bruce Beck has an update from downstairs. Bruce?
Thank you, Sam. Jody Hall received 10 stitches to close 2 separate cuts, one above the eyebrow, one below the eyebrow. We're talking about the left eye, and he will be back at the bench shortly. And he is right now.
Thank you. And there's David Shaw in a bit of discomfort.
David Smith, the medical trainer, was standing in behind with his arms folded, was massaging the back left of David Shaw. Wayne Cashman just asking him if he'll be okay, and Shaw, you saw him nod. Yes. I think those two pictures tell you exactly how tough hockey players are all throughout this league. Hull is back as soon as he could be stitched up, but David Shaw does not appear as though he'll miss a shift.
Terreri stops the puck, tries to clear it himself, and he does. 20 seconds remaining in the Rangers' power play.
Rangers one shot so far on this power play.
Leach and Moeller with Nichols, Gartner, and Turcotte. Leach with a rush. Good play by Muller, then Leach took him down and a penalty call.
Good work, simply good work by Kurt Muller. Not only does he take the puck away from Brian Leach, but he makes Brian Leach take the penalty. This will be his first penalty minutes against the Devils this season in his 7th game. Nobody open, so he tries to move the puck into the zone, and Muller stayed with him. Muller stayed with him, stole the puck. Little hook. Muller helped it out, and the Devils will go on the power play in 8 seconds.
3:39 to go in the first period. And the Devils, who have scored a power play goal at 8:08, leading 1-0. Leach off for hooking at 16:21. That follows Conacher's holding penalty at 14:29.
You have to be impressed with the Devils in this first period with their defensive play. Excellent. So much that you could have played goal this period for the Devils.
Stretch it back. Maybe you could.
Oh, no. I never would have made it out there. Hyperventilating. When I hear the national anthem, I would have fainted.
Here comes Conacher. Devils on the power play. Conacher heads for the bench. Get an offensive player out there. Stosny, Seager, McLean, Kasatonov, and Fetisov for the Devils. Seager. Shaw is back on. Shaw, Hardy, Erickson, and Turcotte for the Rangers. McLean getting it for Stosny. Seager set up in front. Fetisov couldn't keep it in the zone. Richter stops the puck. Hardy gets to it. Seager forechecking. Hardy works it around the boards, and it's out. All the way down. And 15 to go in the power play for the Devils. 2:50 to go in the first period. Devils a 1-0 lead. They've outshot the Rangers 8-4.
David Shaw got through his shift after having problems with his back. Looked to be okay.
Stosny against Sorella. Around it goes for McLean. He's picked up by Moeller and by Koharski. Seager back to McLean. Fetisov going across to McLean.
Well, that's the set play the Devils have been trying during their power plays in this game.
Stosny. McLean is open at the goal line. Torello went down early. Seeger just missed the centering pass. Fetisov to Kasatonov. Back to Fetisov. One time to Richter, the save, the rebound missed by Stosny. Set up for McLean. He shanked it wide. Stosny hit by Moeller. McLean's got the puck. Pressure by the Devils. Kasatonov. Fetisov. Seeger. Kasatonov. McLean shot it wide as he tried the sharp angle shot. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Now it's 5. Erickson clears. Good pressure by the Devils. Broughton ties up Kasatonov. Power play is over, and the puck is frozen. 1:37 to go in the first period. Devils a 1-0 lead.
The Devils move the puck extremely well. They like to use the left defenseman to set up the right defenseman, and then the right defenseman with a diagonal pass down to McLean. The Devils had lots of good passes, lots of good plays, but they never got the quality shot on goal. Here's the lefty to the right D, and number 2, Fetisov, becomes the playmaker. McLean missed the net with that shot. Seeger's in front. The Rangers were able to move the puck out of the zone. Fine pass work, but they never got themselves a good quality shot.
Looks like Mario Lemieux's going wild at the Spectrum. He's got 2 unassisted goals.
Unassisted.
Mario taking over. The Penguins try to hold on to their first-place lead the Rangers by a point with a game in hand. Starting play tonight. Along the boards. Following the first period, Goose Beck's special guest in the studio will be Jeff Bloomberg. Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk with an update. JD and I will take a look at first period highlights.
Now, if the Devils play the Penguins, it's just a hypothetical statement, but if they do, the Penguins will not miss John Cullen. Pardon me, the Devils will not miss John Cullen. He has 7 goals in 7 games this season against the Devils. So that trade, even though it's helped Pittsburgh, doesn't bother the Devils all that much, I don't think.
Oh, Lemieux agitating with Chris King. 1:14 to go. The Devils were whistled for an offside. Devils have dominated this first period. Rangers has been unable to get anything going offensively. Unable to sustain any offensive pressure, and have had very few good scoring chances. They've had only 4 shots on goal.
If this keeps up, this has to help the Devils looking to tomorrow night when they have Hartford at home, because the defense for New Jersey has not been worked at all. They haven't been hit at all. And when you play games on successive evenings, one thing that will be a question will be how will the Devils react to play a game outside the division after playing the Rangers the night before. Hartford lost in overtime last night in Montreal on a power play goal in which the coach Rick Lee was very upset, back through the water bottle at the referee after the game-winning goal was scored in overtime.
Driver, less than a minute to go in the first period. Claude Lemieux with a shot. Off the glove of Richter and just goes up into the crowd. And that one was labeled top shelf. A good shot by Claude Lemieux. Richter getting the glove on it. 56 seconds.
Only John McLean has more shots on goal than Claude Lemieux for the Devils this season. Lemieux stayed wide so he could step into the shot. It was an accurate shot, and Mike Richter with a fine save. 11-4 the shots now as the Rangers trying to get at Lemieux, and Lemieux too doing his best to get at the Rangers. He has the power play goal on a slap shot, and there he just missed. Devils record interesting. 9-22-7 on the road, 22-9-7 at home. Exactly the opposite numbers as far as wins and losses go.
Sitting at the 500 mark, 76 games, 76 points. Devils play tomorrow night at home against Hartford. Finish up home and home with the Washington Capitals. Saturday at Washington, Sunday at home against the Caps. With the playoffs on the line.
I thought the Rangers' speed players may become more of a factor as I think Darren Turcotte just took a penalty. There's a roughing call. Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't Derek Turcotte. Maybe it's the Devil. I'm not sure.
Turcotte's heading toward the penalty box.
Turcotte moved in to one of the Devil players on the near side, and he gets called for roughing. So I thought the Ranger speed players would be more of a factor through the neutral zone. You haven't seen that yet. Here's Turcotte moving in as he's being held up. Bumped into the boards, he gets upset. Maybe he had a right to be upset. Driver had the puck 25 feet away from Turcotte when Turcotte was picked or interfered with or held up.
Remember key number 1 in the pregame show? Discipline.
Yeah, good call.
Devils have been the most disciplined team on the ice. And they have the lead, have their third power play of the game. They're 1 for 2. Played a strong first period. Hardy, Moeller, Broughton, and Erickson for the Rangers.
You're right, Sam. Turcotte did have a right to be upset, but you can't retaliate and take a penalty.
Shanahan, McLean, Sundstrom, Driver, and Weinrich for the power play. Erickson trying to slow down Sundstrom. Sundstrom goes all the way. Richter the save. Rebound. Moeller knocks it away from McLean as he was looking for a rebound.
Well, Mike Richter's been the story in this first period. The Devils' discipline and power play opportunities, and Mike Richter's fine goaltending keep this just a 1-0 Devil lead.
Not a pleasant sound for the Rangers. Boos coming down from the fans who realized that the Rangers were totally outplayed in that first period. But for the fine goaltending of Mike Richter, the margin of deficit would be a lot greater. It's only 1-0 Devils, end of 1. We'll be right back. But it was interesting that Tommy McVie is trying to get Sean Burke back in to be an integral part of the team and a contributor.
It is. It's very interesting to see. I was quite surprised, to be very honest, that Sean Burke did not start this game, and I thought Terrari for sure would start against Hartford on home ice because of his home record. But so far, Tommy McVie's made some good decisions. McVie, by the way, who has coached 9 games, still looking for his first win on the road.
Devils on the power play. Claude Lemieux with a puck. Back to Bruce Driver for the shot. Save Richter. Rebound Muller. Save Richter. And it's cleared out. 2 big saves early by Mike Richter.
And Richter is in total control of his balance in this game. You could sense it early in the first period, and it has continued that way.
Muller, Seeger, Lemieux, Weinrich, and Driver for the Devils power play. Erickson, Mullen, Hardy, and Moeller on for the Rangers. Lemieux, Moeller on him. Back pass to Weinrich. He just kept it in on the line. Seeger. Open man is Driver. The shot tipped and score on a power play. There was a deflection off the shot by Driver. It may have gone in off a Rangers stick.
And a penalty coming up to Randy Moeller. A high sticking call as he nailed one of the Devils in front. Sam, I think that deflection on Driver's shot, it was deflected up high towards the top of the circle. The Rangers overloaded one side, got caught. There's the deflection, and there's Moeller's hit on Muller, and Moeller gets the penalty. So it's double trouble here. You'll see Driver's shot hit Brian Mullen's stick at the top of the circle. As the puck goes in front, there's the screen, and here comes Randy Moeller with a high stick across Kirk Muller, and the Devils will continue on the power play. Discipline we talked about. We've mentioned it a lot. One team has it, one team doesn't. One team has the lead.
In the game on February 24th, the Rangers scored 3 power play goals here against the Devils. On the game February 13th, the Rangers had 4 power play goals scored. Tonight, the Devils have 2 power play goals in 3 chances, and they get another chance right now.
Weinrich did a nice job to keep the puck in the Rangers zone, then worked it across the Driver. And when that happened, 3 penalty-killing Rangers of the 4 were trapped on one side of the ice.
There's an open man, Patrick Sundstrom moving in. Richter the save, and the rebound is put in, and the Devils score again. It is now 3-0. Looks like Brendan Shanahan stuffing in the rebound just seconds after that power play began. So the Devils with 3 power play goals. 2 goals here in the first minute of the second period.
This is off the face-off at center ice. Sundstrom is the winger on the left side. He's away from everybody. Oh, there he comes now. I'm sorry. He's breaking across now. He takes a fine pass as Brian Leetch cuts to the middle. Richter did almost everything, and then there was Shanahan to score. Patrick Sundstrom may have been the best Devil during the first period, and he starts quickly here. He's healthy, very healthy. The Devil fans certainly enjoying that. Shanahan got to the rebound after Richter made the good save, and the Devils have exploded.
Now, recap the scoring. Driver with his 9th from Seeger and Weinrich at 48 seconds. Here's a shot by Gartner. Save made by Terreri. Big save by Chris Terreri. Penalty called. Stosny pulling down Troy Millette. So, the Devils with a 3-0 lead, but the Rangers get a power play chance. It's Kasatonov called for hooking, giving the Rangers the power play. Mike Gartner had a good chance here, John.
And the Rangers, who've been burned for 2 power play goals, come back quickly. Gartner had the rolling puck, which hurt the accuracy of his shot. And then Stosny took the penalty after Terreri made the save. Pardon me, Kasatonov took the penalty.
Now, Driver with his 9th from Seeger and Weinrich at 48 seconds. And Moeller was called for high sticking at 48 seconds. So 12 seconds later, Brendan Shanahan scored his 27th from Sundstrom and Fetisov at 1 minute. Now, Kasatonov for hooking at 1:20. So, a lot of things have happened in a minute and 40 seconds of the second period. Terreri firing it down the ice. Rangers' second power play. They're 0 for 1. The Devils are 3 for 4 on the power play.
One thing the Rangers have to work on over the 2 games plus the rest of this one prior to the playoff, Sam, it's the penalty killing. Got to improve.
Nichols with a back pass. Bloomberg trying to tee up a shot, couldn't do it. Nichols, Turcotte, and Gartner. Bloomberg and Leach. Bloomberg again having difficulty. Turcotte toward the net. Gartner tied up by Danico. Danico and Driver, Brown and Conacher for the Devils. Danico able to clear. And if this is perhaps a playoff preview, it's not a good preview for the Rangers and their fans. Rangers down by 3 on home ice. Back pass intercepted by Bailey and able to push it out of the zone. Here comes Sundstrom. Moeller is back. Sundstrom looks around. Feed to Bailey. Bailey's in. Feed to Fetisov, and it just went wide.
What I said about Sundstrom, didn't make the plays. He's healthy, Sam. He hasn't been sore. His back's been much better over the last 7 or 8 games, and you can just see it.
And Terreri, he's really trying to clear the puck every time.
Third time this game, he's fired the puck down the ice twice on this Ranger power play.
And the Rangers unable to get out of their own zone. Power play is over. No shots on goal. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play. 16:35 left in the second period. Devils with a 3-0 lead. Well, the Rangers breathed a sigh of relief, said the monkey was off their back after the win Sunday night. Perhaps they've relaxed too much, John. There's no intensity on the ice whatsoever.
See that monkey climbing back up again.
Mullen, bumped by Fetisov, keeps it alive, tried to wrap around, save Terreri, and Terreri able to cover the puck. Mullen taken down by Fetisov as play stops. 16:08 to go. The Devils out-shooting the Rangers 18-6.
Shots are 10-1 on the power play in favor of New Jersey. And we're just about 4 minutes in to the second period. Good move by Brian Mullen to cut in and force Terreri to hug the short side. Sundstrom, Sam, he's a key to this team, both on the power play and even strength. Watch him look around, see his teammates moving in. Watch his little pass. Draws the defenseman to him and then sets up the play in the front of the net. And Fetisov was driving to the net. Fetisov probably playing better now under Tommy McVie than what he did under the former coach, John Gunnup.
Chris King heads for the net, turns and shoots, and it's blocked. The rebound, Holt save. Rebound, another save. Holt got the puck again. He just couldn't lift it over Chris Terreri. Claude Lemieux couldn't get out of the zone. King checked by Driver. Muller hit by Shaw. And the Rangers with their first good sustained pressure. Jody Hull. Shaw picks it up. finds Hull, and Hull plays it in. Bounces around and picked up by Weinrich. Hull takes it back. Driver moving it up the board. Hardy blocked. And the Devils clear the zone. Taken back by Jody Hull. Now it's Mark Hardy. Shaw's pass was tipped by Driver. And Weinrich back to take it. Bumped by Gartner. Driver comes out with it. Muller on his right. Big shot by Driver. Saved by Richter. Moeller looking for an open man. Finds Mike Gartner. Gartner moves in. He shoots. He scores! Number 47 for Mike Gartner gets the Rangers on the board. Great pass from Randy Moeller. The Devils were changing. Both teams may have been changing. Randy Moeller gets the puck here, and Gartner gives him a target. Just takes off up ice, skates into the pass, and you see the Devils can't get to him because they were coming from their bench. And you'll see here, Richter may end up getting an assist because he stopped that shot by Driver. No Devils. They're all on the bench, changing, getting onto the ice, and Gartner with a quick wind-up beat Chris Terreri to the stick side. The Rangers are on the board. Mike Gartner with his 47th 496 lifetime. Richter gets the stick on the puck. John McLean. Hardy went jumping into McLean. Sundstrom is wrapped up by Erickson. Gartner is there. The whistle stops play. The goal is Gartner from Moeller at 5:02. And the Rangers showing a little bit of life. Rangers have kept John McLean quiet so far. During that first period, McLean didn't register a shot. On the Mike Gartner goal, give an assist to the goaltender. Mike Richter gets his first assist of the season. So it's now Gartner, his 47th from Moeller, and Richter at 5:02. Mike Richter had 3 assists last season. Kirk Muller brings it across. Randy Moeller is there. Richter steers to the side. Lemieux with a quick shot high off the glass, and up into the crowd it goes. 12:09 to go, second period. Devils with 2 goals in the first minute here in the second period. Took a 3-0 lead. And then Mike Gartner with a goal at 5:02, getting the Rangers on the board. Devils with 3 power play goals. Seager has been playing a lot of left wing since Tom McVie took over this team. And what that did was force the Devils to use Muller at center ice. And once again, as we mentioned earlier, the Devils seem to be a better team because of it. Seager's a tough kid. He has a little problem with his English, as he is Czechoslovakian. The Devil Stasny, who is Slovak, helps this young man out with the language problems. And Seager, who has a lot of talent, Sam, is really developed. The Devils here put Lemieux on the left side, Seager on the right side for the draw to try and get away from their wingers and cross things up. One of the reasons why the Devils scored that last power play goal. They switched things up off the faceoff, and Sundstrom was found wide open. Seager with the puck. He's picked up by Chris King. Gets loose. Seager in front. He shoots. Save Richter. Sorella trying to clear it aside. Seager has it knocked away by Hull. Driver keeps it in. Saved by Richter, and he holds on. Good shift for the Devils. Muller now and Seager battling Moeller. Seager doesn't like to shoot the puck. He likes to make the plays. And that last try, he took the shot. Muller, I believe, will get a penalty. I'm not sure who else. Randy Moeller looks upset. Looks like he's going to get one. Could be a preview of the playoffs. Muller is smiling. Moeller is unhappy, so the Devils get the better of it. They goaded Randy Moeller into a penalty. I thought Muller was getting one when I saw Saharsky make the signal for roughing. Muller appeared to look as though he was getting a penalty. Moeller looked angry, and Muller was smiling at the end. Not when Saharsky made the original signal in front of the net when the scrum was going, Sam. That's when Mueller was yelling and screaming, and I thought, to my mistake, that Mueller was going to get the penalty. Jansen likes to play it tough on Drozd. He's working with Muller. And, not too often you see penalties called right off the face-off. So it's a good time for a centerman who wants to be nasty to be nasty. Now in front, Randy Moeller is coming back through the slot.
with his man, and that's Muller. The two of them get talking. The shove by Chris King. Randy Moeller moves in. Oh, there's the right hand. And that's why the penalty was called.
Moeller for roughing at 8:16, and if the Rangers get burned here, they've got to learn a lesson. They've already been burned. They have been burned for 3 power play goals by the Devils, who are 3 for 4 on the power play. Sundstrom, McLean, Fetisov, Katsatonov, and Muller. Rangers with Shaw, Sorella, Turcotte, and Erickson. The puck cleared all the way down.
What's ironic, Sam, is the Devils were minus 49 going into this game. In other words, the other team has had 49 more power plays than the Devils. And here in this game, it's been an opposite type thing.
This is number 5 for the Devils. Rangers have had 2. Richter playing it around the glass. Erickson is tied up by Katsatonov. Turcotte cleared.
Now going into this game, conversely, the Rangers were plus 20. Now plus 17. Montreal leads the league plus 17 in that power play category.
11 minutes to go in the second period. Devils leading 3-1. They're on a power play. Thus far been unable to establish anything. Terreri comes out, stops the puck. Fetisov moves with it. Out to David Bailey. Lead for Sundstrom. Sorella goes over. Offside is whistled on the Devils. Minute 3 remaining, and Randy Moeller's penalty. Former Devils Bill Sorella started the Shield. Cut earlier in the season. The game against the Devils.
Got a rumor for you. This is in the Boston Globe. Washington may have offered their 5 first-round draft choices that they got for Scott Stevens, that they're getting for Scott Stevens, right, to Quebec for the number 1 choice this year, which will be Lindros. And another thing, Stephen Rice, the Rangers draft choice, fine player, was ranked and voted the number 2 best body checker in the entire Ontario Junior League. Number 2 behind Eric Lindros.
Not bad.
Not only is he a good player, he's a tough player.
Here's Driver with the puck. Driver looking, set up for Seager. Back into the corner. Muller trying to set up Lemieux. Seager's got it. Albeline looks down low. Save Richter. Rebound. Richter, another save, and it's cleared by Gartner. 30 seconds to go in the power play for the Devils. Driver fell down. Gartner couldn't get to the puck. Driver was able to clear it out of his own zone just to get it out of danger. Shaw firing it all the way down. Bounces into the corner. Driver slows down Erickson, and a whistle, 2-line pass. Whistle against the Rangers. 14 seconds to go in the Devils power play.
Fine save by Mike Richter to recover. He tried to get his balance, ended up making the save and falling flat on his behind. Watch him get up. Watch his legs. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, bang. And you know what? When you fall like that on your butt, after you've been in this league 10 or 12 years, your back takes such a jarring. I mean, watch him just land right on his butt with his feet up. Boom.
Seconds to go in the power play for the Devils. Bloomberg gets to the puck. He's tied up. Muller takes over, looking to center. Seager is in front. Hooked by Bloomberg, and the teams are back in full strength. Turcotte rushing. Bloomberg in the middle. Turcotte across against Driver. Feed to Bloomberg off his stick. Weinrich poked at it. Seager with a good hit. Bloomberg got the shot off. Terreri stopped it and fired around the board. 9.5 minutes to go in the second. 3-1. Devils leading. Weinrich. And a whistle, high sticking penalty. And it's on Weinrich. And the Rangers get a power play chance with 9:23 to go in the second.
There's the action and reaction penalties. Brian Mullen moves in on Weinrich. There's the action. And that's enough, I guess, for the reaction. Weinrich put his stick up and it went across the neck of Brian Mullen. Don Kaharski gave a penalty.
High sticking at 10:37. Third power play for the Rangers. They're 0 for 2. Devils 3 for 5, leading 3-1. Leach and Moeller at the point. Turcotte, Nichols, and Gartner up front. Nichols off his skate, tied up by Fetisov. Muller, Boschman, Fetisov, and Katsatonov.
Fetisov just broke his stick across the arm of Bernie Nichols when he hit him. And Don Kaharski took some abuse from Bernie Nichols because of no penalty.
Ferrari out to stop the puck. Off the glass. Knocked down. Nichols was knocked down again. Nichols sets up in front. Kasatonov blocked by Greitner. Penalty called on Nichols.
Nichols lost his temper, Sam, after he was hit by Fetisov, in which Fetisov broke a stick across the shoulder of Bernie Nichols, across his arm, and Bernie Nichols then went in behind the Devils goal, had a collision involving Terrari, and then took a run at another player from behind, pushing him from behind the head.
Discipline, discipline. We talked about it. The Rangers aren't going to get back into the game doing that. 1:22 remaining in the penalty to Weinrich.
In behind, you'll see Nichols, see Kasatonov, and he just melts him in the back of the head, knocking him down. That's when Don Kaharski even things up.
Nichols for roughing at 11:15, and they'll skate 4 aside. And in a minute 22, the Devils will get another power play advantage for 38 seconds. 8:45 to go, second period, and the Devils with a 3-1 lead. And in Philadelphia, the Penguins have a 3-1 lead.
Lemieux scored again.
Don't have the third goal as yet. We will get that to you quickly. Up in Quebec, Tugnutt is facing some more shots from the Bruins. Tugnutt has faced 73 shots over the weekend in Boston.
The interesting Saturday was the Rangers going to Detroit for an afternoon game. Whether or not Yzerman will have his 50th. Sitting with 49 right now. They have Pittsburgh at home tomorrow night. Yzerman, a great player, is looking for number 50.
And thus far, only one 50-goal scorer in the NHL.
Almost times 2. 2 more last night for Brett Hull.
83 for Brett Hull. Terrari playing it off the boards out to Doug Brown. Brown with Conacher. Conacher across against Moeller. Moeller forces him back. Rangers have Millen, Ogrodnik, Leach, and Moeller. Devils go on the power play in 30 seconds. Leach carries. Up the middle for Ogrodnik, broken up. Albaline comes back. Hook catch by Millen. Taken away by Moeller. Now Leach. Out for Corey Millen. Ogrodnik finds it. 2-on-1 developing, and now the Devils catch up. Feed for Millen, broken up by Driver. Devils on the power play in 5 seconds. Shaw has the puck. Devils have the extra man. Weinrich is on. Claude Lemieux's back pass is blocked. Fetisov had his stick knocked out of his hands by Millen. Loose puck to Kasatonov. Across to Muller with a shot wide around the boards and out.
The danger of a shot from that angle, if you miss the net, the puck will end up outside the zone, as you see.
Muller with a puck. And 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Seeger for Muller. Muller against Sorella. Feed to Fetisov. In front, an open man was McLean. Seeger chops it up into the crowd. 6 seconds to go. John Burke
got a tie in Chicago and a tie in Montreal to help the Devils pursue the playoffs.
Devils people say he played particularly well in Chicago.
Very much so. By the way, it was Lemieux that scored that third goal on the power play. He's got all three on the special team.
Wow. Mario doing the job. Final seconds of the power play, and it's over. Team's back at full strength. 6:40 to go in the second. Devils now 3 for 6 on the power play. Rangers are 0 for 3. David Bailey trying to go around Maletti did. Sundstrom back pass, nobody there. Devils have to go back to get it. Shots are 24 to 14 in favor of the Devils. They've had 12 in each period. Rangers have had 4 in the first 10 here in the second. McLean tried to beat Bloomberg, who took the puck away. Bloomberg looking for Nichols. McLean ties him up. Now it's Millette for Gartner. In escapes. His shot went wide. Gartner against Fetisov. Gartner tried to get it to Millette. Millette with a good hit. Sends Sundstrom flying. Puck knocked away from Nichols. Bloomberg keeps it in. Devils clear it out. Maley. Maley across, looking for Sundstrom. The pass goes all the way through. McLean takes it off the boards. McLean knocked down by Millette. Millette gets up and goes high against Maile.
Well, Maile was about to hit him, Sam, because Millette had hit McLean, and now it's getting up.
Yeah.
Danico's looking for somebody. All the players, all 10 skaters involved, aside from the 2 goaltenders.
Sorella. Danico reaching in. Nichols. Sorella pulled Maile away, I believe.
Or Danico.
Somebody still wants to get in there. I think that's Maile who's still trying to get in there. Sorella's trying to hold him off, yeah. Sorella trying to hold Maile off.
Is that McLean underneath?
I know McLean's in the bottom of that. Now Nichols trying to get in there.
Millette threw the body check, Sam, in on McLean, and then as Millette turned around, Maile was coming to the aid of his teammate or to do something to Millette. Millette reacted knowing he was going to get hit, and everything started to fester from that point. I talked to Jim Gregory yesterday from the NHL office, Sam, regarding the instigator rule wearing visors, right? The rule book is wrong because the rule book never explained it properly, and you were right. If you wear the visor and you instigate a fight against another player not wearing a visor, you get the additional minor.
Right.
If you instigate and the other player has a visor along with yours, it's a wash.
Okay.
The rule book does not explain that properly, and Jim Gregory said that they've had other complaints from other people checking that particular ruling.
They're still trying to sort out the penalties here. 5:45 to go, second period.
What upset the Devils there, Sam, was the hard crunching body check by Millette on John McLean. That's when Millette turned around and looked and saw Maile coming at him, and so Millette put his arms up into the face of Maile as Maile was trying to get at Millette.
McLean gets 2 for roughing. Albaline 2 on sportsmanlike conduct. Danico 4 minutes for roughing, and Maile a 10-minute misconduct. Millette gets 4 for roughing. Nichols gets 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Sorella gets a 10-minute misconduct, so if it's going to be a wash, it needs to be one more.
Not a wash.
No, it's a Rangers power play. Okay.
McLean gets 2 minutes. All right. So McLean is serving the additional minor to the Devils, and the Rangers have a chance to climb within 1.
So the extra minor to the Devils. Rangers power play will be their 4th of the game. With 5:45 to go in the second period, Rangers are 0 for 3 on the power play. Millen, Ogrodnik, and Mullen, Bloomberg and Leach for the power play. Devils with Brown, Conacher, Fetisov, and Kasatonov. Leach back to get the puck. Rangers power play has not been good in this game at all. Millen moving with speed. Kasatonov there. Millen to Leach to Bloomberg toward the net. Save, rebound, score! Corey Millen! It's a power play goal! Right, Corey Millen shows the speed, getting the puck across center ice and into the zone. Look at him fly. I mean, he is flying. Now he'll stop and set the thing up. A couple of good passes here. The shot, and Corey Millen will get the rebound. Bloomberg shots redirected by Ogrodnik, and there's Corey Millen. And Chris Terreri with a gallant try to make the save. Got a piece of it with the backside of his stick. Look at Millen back everybody in. I mean, he is backing Kasatonov in because of his speed. Now in front, you'll see John Ogrodnik, established position. There's Corey Millen, and it's a power play goal. And the Binghamton connection contributes. Bloomberg will get an assist. Corey Millen's second goal in 2 games since being called up. And the Rangers, who were down by 3, are now within 1. It's a 3-2 game with 5:15 to go. And the Rangers continue to apply some pressure. The Devils come out. Claude Lemieux. Muller on the right side. Muller goes over. Lemieux against Jansen. Lemieux driving toward the net. Jansen tried to stay with him. Couldn't do it. Lemieux shot blocked as Jansen picked him up again. King pushing it ahead, and it's blocked by Driver. Here's Muller looking around. Shaw is there. Muller stays in control. Intercepted by Jody Hull. Dumps it down the ice. This will be an icing on the Rangers. 4:38 to go in the second period. Corey Millen with his second from Bloomberg and Leach. So Grodnick apparently did not make the touch. 14:38 the time on the power play goal. He had 19 goals, 37 assists in 40 games at Binghamton.
And the power play goal.
Fine scoring here.
One power play goal here. I credit Troy Millette with drawing that power play, Sam, even though there was a lot of penalty minutes handed out. Troy Millette had a shift in which he put down Sundstrom and then McLean, and that drew the wrath of the Devils, and in turn, the Rangers ended up with a power play on which they scored. The Rangers, during the second period, have taken some bad penalties, but at least they've been more aggressive and much more involved, and they're climbing back into this game.
3-2 Devils lead. It was 3-0 at the 1 minute mark of this second period. Gartner turns around. Gartner and Millen, the goal scorers for the Rangers. Lemieux, Driver, and Shanahan for the Devils. Here comes Gartner. He shoots. Score! Number 48 for Mike Gartner. Ties it at 3-3.
The puck is turned over in the neutral zone. And Mike Gartner, who is hit by John McLean, recovers. Watch him find the puck. And away he goes. The puck is on edge. And it deflects off the defenseman in behind Terrari. Watch Terrari's reaction. He knows right there that Fetisov had his stick out. Watch Gartner here take the puck. Boom. Watch the defenseman's stick. There. It goes off the stick plane up high, beating Terrari to the glove side, and we're tied up.
Second goal of the game for the man wearing the C tonight for the first time as a Ranger, Mike Gartner. Offside whistle. The game is tied. Gartner now has 48 goals, the most goals for a New York Ranger since Pierre LaRouche scored 48 in 1983-84. And Mike Gartner closing in on 50 goals and 500 goals. He now has 497 lifetime.
10 goals in his last 9 games. 13 goals in his last 13 games. Talk about consistency. You're looking at it.
He didn't get one of the awards handed out prior to the start of tonight's game, but he was right in the running for them.
Damn, he's got 24 goals this season in the first 10 minutes of a period. 24 goals in the last 10 minutes of a period. He's been a model of consistency this season for the Rangers.
Mullen took that last shot. Devils turn it over. Rangers have really come on. It's 3-3 with 3:15 to go in the second period. Offside whistled against the Rangers. Play stops with 3:11 to go. Gartner unassisted at 15:54. The Rangers were down by 3 at the 1 minute mark. Gartner at 5:02. Millen at 14:38. And Gartner again at 15:54.
Mike Gartner going into this game had 15 first period goals, 15 second period goals, and 16 third period goals. Add to that, he now has 17 in the second this season. So 15, 17, 16 as far as goals go by period. And that is another example of how consistent he has been this season.
His 11th two-goal game this season, and he's had 19 goals against Patrick Division teams.
That's another nice number when you look to your players to do well in divisional games.
Here comes Jansen, front and heading for the net. Jansen's looking, back pass, intended for the trailer, but he gave it away. Lemieux with a lead for Seager. Seager against Leach.
Bruce Driver had fallen down, Sam, giving the Rangers a 2-on-1, and Mark Jansen missed with his pass.
Seager picked up by Leach, forces him back. Good play by Seager to get it to Lemieux toward the net. Bloomberg knocked it down. Bloomberg gets out of the zone. 3-3 to score with 2.5 to go in the second period. Rangers have come from 3 goals down to tie it. Broughton with a hit on Driver. Jansen's in the corner. Jansen's tied up, and the puck worked free by Fetisov, rather by Weinrich. Now Jansen being held in the corner, pushing it in front. Weinrich knocked to the side of Seager. Fans calling for a holding penalty. Weinrich going across to Lemieux. Lemieux against Moeller. Moeller stays with him. Loose puck in the corner. Lemieux gets to it. King on him. Jansen takes the puck away, clears it out. Penalty call.
Lemieux took down Chris King after Chris King had taken the body on Lemieux. Lemieux just reached out with the hockey stick and pulled the feet out from underneath Chris King. So we had a first half of this game where the Rangers took a lot of bad penalties, and now the Devils appear to be the team taking bad penalties. Chris King will rub here Lemieux and rub him again. Now watch Lemieux. Oops. Pretty tough to get away with that one.
So now the Devils find themselves losing a little of the discipline, the strong discipline they had showed early. 1:57 to go in the second period. The Rangers coming on have tied the game and get their 5th power play opportunity. Lemieux for tripping at 18:03.
Danico was yelling at the linesman, DePuzzo, enough that Don Kaharski skated over to have some words. I don't know what it was about. The Rangers have showed a lot of grit here, Sam. They were down 3-1. The penalty killing not working. The Devils' power play was. And the game from that point seemed to get a lot tougher. Now, I mean, scrums, hitting, grinding, and the Rangers' grit starting to show on a positive side.
Nichols, Gartner, and Turcotte. Leach and Bloomberg for the power play. Brown, Conacher, Fetisov, and Kasatonov for the Devils. Turcotte taken away by Fetisov. Brown leaving it for Conacher. Conacher against Leach, back to Brown. Save Richter. Gartner's got the puck. Gartner trying to move past Brown. He does. Lead for Turcotte. Turcotte brings it across. Gartner was offside. He tried to hold the line, just couldn't do it.
Devils have a couple of quick penalty killers, Brown and Conacher, who are on the ice. Brown has a shot on goal. Brown has always played well, or had the history of playing well, killing penalties against the Rangers. Roger Nielsen, new tie, purchased today, $2.19. He says if he doesn't like it, he can just throw it away. It won't cost him much.
Disposable ties. But Brown.
Good golfer. Is he a golfer? He's a member at Westchester, which is a nice place to play golf, by the way. And you would know. Well, I sneak on early in the morning before I get caught.
Minute and a half to go in the power play. Minute 25 to go in the second period.
There's a little course up in Westchester called Whippoorwill. A little nicer, I think.
Davidson's going to make his debut this year. Turcotte with the puck. Back pass to Leach. Leach looking. Looking and shooting. Deflected into the corner. Devils have Muller and Boschman on. Muller clears. Less than a minute to go in this second period. Following the second period, John McClain will be Bruce Beck's guest. Bob Page at the sports desk with an update. Here comes O'Grodnik. Save Ferrari.
Rangers have got their legs. They're really a much quicker team than what they were earlier in the game.
Richter roaming to play the puck. Doug Brown bearing down on him. Richter stays with it and finds Leach. Now Randy Moeller. Pressed by Conacher. Out to Bernie Nichols. Nichols leads O'Grodnik. Mullen cutting in toward the net. O'Grodnik fires it around to Mullen. Leach trying to keep it in. It's poked out. Picked up by Conacher. 20 seconds to go in the period. Conacher against Moeller. Conacher to Fetisov. Fetisov cutting in against Mullen. Helped out by O'Grodnik. 10 seconds to go in the period. Moeller's got the puck. Now Corey Millen with 5 seconds in the period. Quick shot. Save Ferrari, and he holds on.
Well, with 2 seconds left, that means that Mike Richter may go to the Rangers bench for this face-off, and the Rangers will put then another player up on the line. And if they win the face-off, maybe the shot. Corey Millen with a tricky shot here. Used a very short stick. Gains the blue line, uses the screen, and snaps it. Chris Terreri forced to make a good kick save using his right leg. Richter now going to the bench. As the Rangers will have the additional attacker on the ice. The idea here is one of two things. Either to go to the net with the puck off the face-off and try to crowd Chris Terreri. If not, draw it back for one man to take the shot and put everybody else up on the line and to drive right to the net for either a screen or a rebound.
Rangers have 6 skaters on. Devils have 4. 5 seconds remaining in the Rangers' power play. 2 seconds remaining in the period. 3-3 the score.
Sam, Bernie Nichols taking the draws. You'll see his right hand over, so he's going to try and draw it back to Leach. Everybody else is up on the line.
Nichols against Boschman.
Boschman is good. Real good.
Leach shoots. Save Tereri.
What a play. Well-designed play. Nice job by Bernie Nichols to beat Boschman. And the Rangers were a split second away from scoring on the rebound. Good save, too, by Chris Tereri.
At one time, the shots were 18-6 for the Devils. It's now 25-22. The Rangers were down 3-0 at the 1-minute mark of the second period. They've rallied to tie it.
The 18th shot of the period by the Rangers. Nichols beats Boschman, holds him up. Leach finds the net. And there is Ogrodnik, but the period had just ended. Fine play. The Rangers showed a lot of real smart play late.
The third period will begin with the Rangers with a man advantage for 3 seconds. And in the third period this season, between these two teams, the Devils have been the better of the two teams.
8-3 as far as goals scored in the third period during the 6 previous games.
Well, this is the third straight road game for the Devils, and they've gotten ties in the first two at Chicago 2-2, at Montreal 3-3, and now here at Madison Square Garden, starting the third period, it's 3-3. Jansen with Hull and King, Moeller and Hardy for the Rangers. Teams are now back at full strength as Claude Lemieux steps on. It's Muller, Seager, Lemieux, Weinrich, and Driver.
The line the Rangers have put their checking line against, try and keep them off the scoreboard. And I'm sure we'll see John McClain opposite Jan Eriksson at even strength during this period.
Devils have a penalty coming up. Penalty coming up on the Rangers.
Neutral zone hook as Claude Lemieux was pulled down by his opposite winger. Pardon me, the opposite centers, yeah, Art Jansen, not Chris King. Lemieux breaking through the neutral zone, hooked up. Down goes Lemieux.
Weinrich. Off the corner boards, Muller. Checked by Hardy. Eriksson tries to clear, and he does. Driver. Looks up ice. Turcotte and Eriksson forechecking. Driver brings it out himself. Off the boards. Broken up by David Shaw. Eriksson going for it. Weinrich is there. Eriksson almost took it away. Weinrich sends it across. Now it's Claude Lemieux wheeling back away from Paul Brunton. Seager leads Muller across. Devils are offside on the play. 1 minute to go on the power play, and thus far the Rangers penalty killing bottling up the Devils.
Very good neutral zone penalty killing. Lemieux was the man that put the Devils offside. Neutral zone always important. It doesn't matter if you're at even strength or if you're working at your penalty killing. Here you see some nice work by Paul Brunton and Jan Eriksson showing some quickness. And there you see Lemieux just moving in ahead as the Devils were making the one extra pass.
Devils have Sundstrom, Shanahan, and McClain on with Kasatonov and Fetisov. Moeller goes over, bumps Sundstrom. Shanahan has the puck. Rangers with Moeller and Leach, Broughton and Hull. A shot taken by Shanahan was deflected. Broughton has the puck. Battle in front, McClain and Leach. McClain tried to draw a penalty, so Harsky wouldn't go for it. 35 seconds to go on the power play for the Devils. 3-3 the score. Lead for Sundstrom. Leach breaks it up. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Fetisov moving. Eriksson forced him back. Now it's Kasatonov. McClain across for Sundstrom. Shaw goes over. Behind the net. Shanahan against Hardy. Now it's McClain to Fetisov. He shoots. It's deflected. It's loose. And Eriksson able to get it to Turcotte. He lifts it way up, and did he hit the scoreboard?
It did the scoreboard.
He lost it in the scoreboard. That's a first.
Yeah. The puck.
Now, who's going to go up and get that?
I got an idea. Are you afraid of heights?
The guys in the circus, maybe they can get it.
Oh, my. Faceoff will be inside the Rangers zone. Turcotte took the clearing pass, just elevated the puck. So we're talking elevated, 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 and it stayed inside.
Muller and Jansen still tied up with each other.
Rangers doing a nice job on draws. They worked on them a lot yesterday, Sam. The last time when they played the Devils in New Jersey and lost 5-2, they were killed on faceoffs. Here, they're starting to control a lot of them, especially in the Devils zone. The last three, they've won them all.
Richter goes out to play the puck. Claude Lemieux is there. Around it goes. Danico stops it, turns, and shoots wide. A bullet by Danico just missed the net. King races for the puck. Danico getting back. King bump, still has the puck. Feeds Hardy. Hardy shoots. Save Ferrari. Got out to knock it away with a blocker. Wow.
Jody Hull's sweater is on the front side of his body.
Claude Lemieux moving past Chris King. Lemieux against Hardy, warding off the check. Lemieux against Troy Millette, or rather against Joe Cirella. The Rangers take it back. Oh, Lemieux went around and around, but didn't get anywhere.
He's so strong, he's hard to knock off balance. Cirella did a nice job to stay with him.
Weinrich heading for the net. Weinrich in front, save Richter. The net is knocked off.
Boy, talk about a player driving to the net. Hey, it's Weinrich. He drove to the net, Sam, got the shot, and then collided full speed with the goalpost and Mike Richter, mostly the goalpost, knocking it off the mooring, and he looks like he's injured and is hurting. Trainer now to help him out. Weinrich showed some great speed wide, drove to the net. He was chopped at somewhat, but collided heavily with the goalpost as he was sliding down. Richter with a good save. You'll see Weinrich here with the puck, got inside, now outside, and watch him take off. And now he drives to the net. There's the slash, and there's the collision. He took a good two-hander from Mark Hardy, and then a split second later collided with the goalpost. There's the slash, and it's a two-hander, and there's the left leg sliding into the net, and it looked like it was above the knee, which is a real good sign, thinking that it will not be a joint problem, but more of a contusion or a Charlie horse, as they say, to his left thigh. You hope he's okay.
Rangers fortunate, no penalty called. 6:21 to go in the third period, tied 3-3, and Weinrich still limping, a little
Trouble
discomfort.
putting weight on the left leg, and it's obviously not the knee. It's above the knee, I believe, and you can see him grimacing, having problems. That will tighten up, I suspect. It'll be interesting to see if he'll be able to play tomorrow.
Weinrich, an alum of the University of Maine, and the Black Bears are in the Final Four in the NCAA Collegiate Hockey Championships.
I think Gary Thorne has been doing cartwheels thinking about that.
2-on-1. Turcotte and Gardner against Driver. Turcotte hooks it away by Driver. And McLean's got the puck. Big play by Bruce Driver. Rangers had the big chance. Driver peels back, just under 6 minutes to go in the third period. Tied 3-3. Driver. The Rangers zone it goes. Richter stops the puck. Back up the board. Bounces in front. McLean trying to tee up a shot. He's pulled down. Nothing called. Turcotte hooks him down. Erickson across. Feeds Turcotte. Now to Gardner. Gardner moving. Gardner, he's taken down by McLean.
Both teams are hacking, chopping, pulling, holding, everything.
Gardner out of the corner, using Koharski as a screen. Gardner toward the net. Lost its control, and it's taken by Danico. 5:15 to go in the third period. 3-3 the score. Bowler outlets to Hardy. Hardy leads Corey Millen a little too far off the stick of Brian Mullen, and the Devils turn and come the other way. David Bailey puts it in front. Devils were offside. 4:59 to go in the third. Tied at 3.
The Rangers had an opportunity. It's a 2-on-1 set up by fine work from Jan Eriksson. Driver plays it perfectly. There is where Turcotte should have taken the shot, didn't. Bruce Driver, back checking, takes away the pass, and then takes away the play by Turcotte, trying to get himself into what he thought was a better shooting position. If you look back at this game, that was one of the key plays. Turcotte not shooting, Driver with a great play to break it up.
Fetisov clears the zone.
Say earlier in the period, you think about Richter with those two breakaway saves.
Ogrodnik against Fetisov, centering pass block. Bailey picks it up. Lead for Doug Brown. Brown against Sorella. Leaves it for Stasi. Stasi tied up. Got a shot off that was blocked by Moeller. Mullen gets to the puck. Across with Millen and Ogrodnik. Mullen against Kasatonov. Off Terrari it goes. Ogrodnik getting it to Moeller. Back into the corner. Millen looks around. Mullen checked by Kasatonov. Set up for Ogrodnik, who shot it wide. Millen takes it away. Gets it to Shaw. Around the boards. It's loose in the corner. Fetisov sending it up the boards. Fans roaring as Kasatonov took down Mullen. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Tied 3-3. No scoring here in the third. Rangers scored all 3 of their goals in the second period. Devils with a goal in the first, 2 in the second. All 3 of their goals have been power play goals. Kirk Muller. Muller. Hook checked away by David Shaw. Jansen clears the zone. Hull and Albeline go for it. Hull forcing Albeline back, who threw him down. Loose puck. And the Devils come away with it. Claude Lemieux. 3:25 to go in the third. Off the boards. King lost it. Seeger puts it in front. Seeger with a back pass. Danico the shot. Save Richter.
And that was an example of Seeger not wanting to shoot it. He had the puck in a great shooting position, tried to make the pass. He's got a good shooting percentage. He hasn't taken many shots on the season, and he got himself into a position here. I mean, he's almost at the inside of the bottom of the circle, and he tried to make a pass through traffic. Danico with a shot that was redirected into Mike Richter with a save. Now watch Seeger. He's right there. Look at that. That's a great shooting position. And he tried to make the pass. He did follow up the play and set up Danico, which was a good play. Richter the save. 35-34 the shots in favor of the Rangers. Rangers road shot 12-4 in the first period.
Seeger shaking his head. Not an opportunity missed. 3:13 to go in the third. Rangers have outshot the Devils now 35-34. At one point, Devils were out shooting the Rangers 18-6. Nichols and Shanahan for the face-off. Shanahan trying to get a shot off to his block. Here's a chance for McLean. Shot it high. Missed the net.
Puck was rolling, Sam. It's tough to be accurate when the puck's rolling. Great chance. If that puck's sitting down, McLean would be much more accurate.
Gartner. Now Nichols moving in. Nichols to the net. And it's knocked away. Shanahan tucks it in underneath him. And the whistle stops play.
You watch Gardner, and when Gardner's on the ice, he draws traffic. He just ends up inside the Devils' blue line. And watch the traffic he draws. The Devils converge on him. There's 2 of them. That means somebody's open. Nichols will cut inside and try a flip shot through traffic that got blocked in front. Who was in front? Brian Leach. Earlier, there was a face-off in the Rangers zone. Shanahan works. Look at the puck. But it's rolling, and it's missed. McLean misses the top corner on Mike Richter.
Nichols and Boschman for the face-off. Shot from the point. Save Terrari off Hardy. Now it's Lemieux. 2:40 to go in the third period. 3-3 to score. Claude Lemieux on the move. Hardy takes him out. Richter knocks it aside. Gardner clears to Nichols. King on the left. Nichols moves in. The King. Backhander wide of the net. Played by Kirk Muller. Claude Lemieux. King takes 2 men to the boards. Seeger tripped up. And then he bats at King. They got tangled up and the sticks were up a little high. Coming down the 2-minute mark. Gartner moves it around quickly. Kept in by Sundstrom. His shot blocked. Now it's Hardy. Cirella. 1:45 to go. McLean taken away by Erickson. All the way across to Brian Mullen. He drives it in. It's blocked. Fetisov slides it across to Sundstrom. Knocked away by Mullen. Turcotte moves across against Kasatonov. Tries to beat him inside. Kasatonov swept it away. Mullen to Turcotte. For Mullen. Deflected on the way in. And a hand draw. That should have been a penalty. As Fetisov wrestled down Erickson. Just pulled him down and tackled him.
The thing that's very apparent here, Sam, is that Jan Erickson was about to shoot the puck in one of the best scoring opportunity areas you'll ever find. And as he was about to try and take the shot, Fetisov with a perfect tackle to play for the Giants on this play. You'll see Erickson move in. He's about to shoot it there. And Fetisov does a great job just tackling in desperation, throwing Erickson down to the ice. This should be a better view of the whole play. Turcotte with some stick work, handling the puck. It shuffled away. Now watch Erickson. He's going to break loose from his check and cut through the slot now. The puck will go to him. He's about to shoot it, and he gets tackled by Fetisov.
1:20 to go in regulation time. With the game tied 3-3. No scoring here in the third period. Devils have had 9 shots here in the third. Rangers have had 14. Rangers have had 32 shots in the last 2 periods.
What happens now, Sam, in this situation is players have to look at this, that if somebody's about to shoot the puck in a good scoring area, tackle them. Because obviously nothing's been called, and it's gone both ways.
Millen cheating. Boschman was able to win the faceoff. Albalane moves it around. Shaw tripped up by Muller. Millen has it. Back to Leach. Gartner sends it in. Albalane looks around. Leach stops it. Leach toward the net. Knocked down. Less than a minute to go in regulation time. Claude Lemieux tied up by Gartner. Steps over Gartner. Put in front. Shaw trying to clear his block. Backhander by Lemieux. A save by Richter.
He has one powerful forward, Sam. Lemieux went through a couple of players to get into position and had the shot, and Richter made the save.
He's had quite a game.
He has.
Leach to Ogrodnik. Off the corner boards, Driver takes it. 30 seconds to go, regulation time. Hardy knocks it away. Turcotte couldn't get there. McLean takes over. McLean hooked by Turcotte. Turcotte trying to knock it away. Sundstrom toward the net. Stopped by Richter for Moeller. 10 seconds to go, regulation time. Devils come in. McLean with it one more time. Now Shanahan wide of the net. McLean tied up by Moeller. Mullen's got the puck. Here we go to overtime. And McLean and Mullen have to be separated. So, for the 16th time this season, the Rangers will play overtime. And for the 16th time this season, the Devils will play overtime. 3-3 the score. We'll be back with the extra session in just a moment.
The Devils have fought and worked. Weinrich is now skating on the ice, trying to keep that left leg loose. It'll be a nice pack trip home for him, I'm sure.
Remember, you talked about after the first period how the Devils had it easy, and the Devils' defense might have an easy night, and that would help them for tomorrow night. Now it's turned into a pretty tough night.
Hartford has to sit here and say, this is terrific. The Devils are going into overtime. The only thing that's not terrific for the Hartford Whalers is the fact that Buffalo won. That gives them 77 points. Hartford has just 72.
Here we go. Muller, Lemieux, Seeger for the Devils with Weinrich and Driver. Rangers counter with Nichols, Gartner and King, Shaw and Hardy.
You know who's pulling for a Ranger win here?
Yes.
Philadelphia Flyers.
He's puck. Flyers went down to defeat tonight at home against Pittsburgh. The Penguins now have 85 points with 3 games to play. The Flyers have 75 points with just 2 games left. The Flyers outshot Pittsburgh in that game 48-21, but Mario Lemieux scored all 3 Pittsburgh goals.
The shots were 48-21. You better mention Tom Barrasso.
That's right.
48 shots and 1 goal against. That's pretty good.
And the Rangers are in overtime tonight, and the Knicks are going to overtime, tied at 111 in San Antonio. Hardy keeps it in. Gardner was chopped by Terreri. He's got the puck. Hardy, the shot. Terreri, the save, and he gathers it in.
Dan, there was 4 players in front. Driver along with King and Boschman along with Bernie Nichols when Mark Hardy took the shot. It wasn't a real hard shot, but it was accurate. And somehow Terreri found the puck through those 4 bodies. Boschman's on the draw. Bernie Nichols beat him. And here's Hardy keeping the puck alive. Now the Rangers work to control it here. It's Gardner. Now you'll see when the puck goes back, 4 people in front of the net. There's that soft shot. There's 4 players. Chris Terreri with a good save in overtime, stopping the puck through traffic.
Rangers trying to stay within a point of Pittsburgh for first place in the Patrick Division. Though the Penguins still have a game in hand, they'll make that game up tomorrow night when they play on the road in Detroit.
See if Boschman tries the old lift the stick up and kick it back. He tries to do it, as does Muller a lot. It doesn't look like he's going to here, no.
Claude Lemieux gets to the puck. Kurt Muller has it. Shaw sends it across to Gardner. Gardner with 2 goals for the Rangers. Got tripped up by Lemieux. Gastonoff lifting it ahead. Shaw stops Muller. Hardy comes out with the puck. 4 minutes left. Hardy. Gardner. Backhander, gloved by Terreri. Looks around, gets the whistle. Stopping play. 3:57 to go.
Rangers forcing face-offs in the Devils' zone. Bernie Nichols, since he was cross-checked by Fetisov, and then seconds later took the took the penalty. Since that point, his game and intensity level has increased dramatically, in my mind, watching him play.
This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated is prohibited. Boschman and Fetisov.
Boschman taking a lot of drives.
Turcotte. Mullen and Erickson on for the Rangers with Leach and Moeller. Shot by Leach, deflected. Bounces into the corner. Fetisov sends it around. Moeller hit by Sundstrom. Turcotte back to the point. Mullen sending it toward the net, but wide. Devils try to move it up and out of the zone, and they do. Boschman for McLean. Leach trying to stop him. McLean gets free. McLean moving in. It was knocked away. Good play by Mullen. Mullen comes out. Mullen winds up. Big shot. Save Terreri. Fetisov moves it up the board. Derrickson there to stop it. Centers for Turcotte, but the Devils there first. Shanahan broke it up. McLean's got the puck. 3:15 to go in overtime. Sundstrom drops it off to Shanahan. Turcotte blocked it and cleared it. Turcotte blocks it and throws it down the ice. Then back in. Shanahan centering. Moeller breaks it up. Now Shanahan drives it in. Off the stick of Richter. Stosny is there to play it. Moeller ties him up. Gardner ties up Stosny. Moeller comes in for the puck. Works free. Leaps there to clear it aside to Turcotte. Gardner racing forward down the right side. Around the boards and goes. Carroll's in front. Terreri recovered just in time. Stosny clears the zone. 2:40 to go in overtime. Terreri leaves it for Danico. Bounces down. Gardner couldn't find it. Mealy does. Now it's McLean sending it in. Knocked down by Shaw. Hardy. Out for Corey Millen. Millen still with it. Gave it away to Stosny. Stosny the other way. Now it's Mealy playing it in. Richter stops it. Moves it around the boards for Chris King. King clears the zone. And the Devils go back to play the rolling puck. 2 minutes to go. We're in overtime. Driver goes around the net. Somebody's stick was broken. The ball rotten. Driver sending it in. Around it goes to Doug Brown. Leach goes to the puck. 1:50 to go in overtime. Leach deflected, tries to recover. Nichols picks it up. Nichols moving in. Offside, Rangers on the play. Offside. And we got one more get together.
Nichols is the face-off. This is one of these games where sold out building here at Madison Square Garden, and I don't think many people have left. Been a good one. It has. Had a little bit of everything.
1:44 to go. Bruce Drivers played a good game for the Devils.
Gets a lot of ice time. Smart player. Having words with Bernie Nichols, and Nichols is trying to get up the face-off, and that's something that has festered throughout this game. Yeah, you were right. It was called offside, right?
Yes. If this game ends in a tie, the Devils and Washington would be even in points with 3 games remaining, but Washington would have the edge with more wins. So the Devils want to win here, move ahead of Washington. As we mentioned earlier, Devils and Caps end up the season home and home against each other at Landover Saturday night and at New Jersey Sunday night. Rangers play in Detroit Saturday afternoon and then wind up the season against the Pittsburgh Penguins here at Madison Square Garden on Sunday night. Pittsburgh picking up their 40th win of the season. Barrasso making 47 saves. Lemieux with a hat trick. He was injured, hit in the face with the puck that deflected. Did not return after being injured. Penguins play in Detroit tomorrow night. Bowler clearing it down the ice. It goes wide of the net. This will be an icing. Albaline back. The whistle stops play with 1:28 to go.
I believe this is the first face-off in the Rangers' defensive zone in overtime. So now Roger Nielsen will get the matchup he wants.
Jansen against Muller for the face-off. Seager back to the point. Driver the shot. Blocked. Bounces into the corner. 1:20 to go. Lemieux against Leach. Jansen's against Muller. Whistle stops play. Face-off with 1:17 to go.
Now Muller beat Jansen's on that draw. The puck was ushered back. And as the shot was taken, Bernie Nichols got out very, very quickly and blocked the shot, sliding feet first. Nicely timed play by Nichols, getting out quickly. Kurt Muller won that draw. He got it to Seager, who dropped the puck back quick.
Jansen to Muller.
Oh boy.
Muller trying to go forward.
Yeah.
Seager's got the puck. Seager looking. Shot! A save by Richter with Jansen and Muller battling right in front of him. Seager sending it back in. 1 minute to go. Leach. Now Gartner. Winds up, drives it high, gloved by Terreri. Albaline moving. Shanahan to Lemieux. Lemieux hooked, slowed down. Gartner hooked him.
Ooh.
King runs into Sundstrom. Bowler moves across with a puck. Nichols heading for the net. Gasatonov moving it up the board, kept in by Hardy. Saved by Terreri. King behind the net, in front. Went to the backhand side of Gartner. 3-on-2 Devils. Shanahan looking for McLean. Save made by Richter. 20 seconds to go. Toward the net. Score is waved off. No goal. No goal, says Koharski, as there was pushing, shoving, and now everybody involved.
McLean, I think, bumped Richter, knocking Richter way out of the line of the shot. And a puck went over the goal line. And once again, we have 10 players involved in the melee. The goaltenders stay in their goal creases. Mark Hardy's on top of someone. Gasatonov is being held off by DePuzzo.
15 seconds remaining. We're in overtime, 3-3 game.
The puck did go into the goal. And play had not been stopped, but McLean had bumped with Richter, pushing Richter out of the line of the shot. There's the puck in front, and Richter gave McLean a left hand to the face, and then McLean got him coming back. And that's why you see Richter going down and away from the play, and that's why Gartner jumped in.
The goal is an attempt to play with a little bit by the referee.
There's been whistle dead. I didn't hear that.
New Jersey,
Well, I
John
think
McLean
he
received
called the
2 minutes
penalty
for
prior to the
interference.
arms up.
Number 7 in New Jersey, Alexei Kasatonov receives 2 minutes for roughing, and New Jersey receives a 2-minute bench minor penalty. Number 12 of the Rangers, Chris King, and number 35 of the Rangers, Mike Richter, each received 2 minutes for roughing. Time of all penalties, 4:45.
Well, this is interesting. 15
John
seconds
McLean,
to
2
go,
minutes interference.
and the Rangers have a power play advantage now. But the face-off will be in the Ranger zone, or just outside the Ranger zone. So 15 seconds to go. It's a power play for the Rangers. They're in overtime. Not much time to gain control and get down the ice. Penalty minutes for the game. Devils 52, Rangers 50. Shots, Rangers 41, Devils 36. In overtime, Rangers have had 5 shots and the Devils 1. Tom McVie,
I think he's trying to get his players positioned for the face-off. Trying to get the message across.
Nichols, Gartner, Ogrodnik, Turcotte, and Leach. Leach was breaking down the near boards, but the Devils controlling, sending it in. 10 seconds to go. Leach hit by Doug Brown. Brown takes the puck. Try to put it in front. Brown again in front. Save Richter at the buzzer. Pat Conacher got a short-handed chance, and Mike Richter made the save.
They stood up. They stood up and caused a turnover, working Brian Leach. Finally, Brown moved it to Conacher. There was still a second remaining when the shot was taken. And Mike Richter, who made a series of splendid saves all game long, does it once again. There's the turnover. Brown working Leach. Turcotte stops to get back and watch Brown find Conacher. There's about 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, 1 second left, and the save is made.
How about that? Mike Richter making his 34th save of the game, and the biggest one. 3-3 is the final.